Welcome to Hannity. Buckle up. Tonight, all eyes are on the Middle East. Early this morning, a U.S. surveillance drone flying above the Straits of Hormuz over international waters shot out of the sky by an Iranian missile. This act of aggression, it's not going to stand. The president is putting the mullahs of Iran on notice tonight. They should be very, very worried. This was a bad idea. Take a look.
Iran made a big mistake. This drone was in international waters. Clearly, we have it all documented. It's documented scientifically, not just words. And they made a very bad mistake.
How will you respond, Mr. President? How will you respond?
You'll find out.
Are you willing to go to war with Iran?
You'll find out. You'll find out. I mean, obviously, you know, we're not going to be talking too much about it. You're going to find out. They made a very big mistake.
Yep, Iran made a very big mistake. They will pay. But tonight, the president is clearly giving the mullahs an opening to pick up the phone and come clean and end their hostile behavior. I like that patience. What about all the liberals that said Donald Trump is rogue and we can't trust him? Okay, he's being very patient. Now, after a meeting at the White House, congressional Republicans, they released this statement, quote, Iran directly attacked a United States asset over international waters. This provocation comes a week after they attacked and destroyed 2 commercial tankers in international waters. There must be a measured response to these actions. How do we define measured? President Trump does not want war. He said so clearly during the campaign. He's not interested in another, years and years long international entanglement. I don't expect one. But in coming days, we will know if the mullahs are smart enough to take the opportunity, which is a small window. It may not even exist within 5 minutes. Because if they don't, the president will have no choice. He will bomb the hell out of them. No need for a long, protracted, boots on the ground kind of war. We have the greatest military, thank God, on the face of this earth. We have the most advanced weapon systems, and a strong message needs to be sent that a huge price will be paid if you take on the United States of America. Simple peace through strength, and it works. In my strong opinion, it is imperative that we as a country develop what I call the next generation of military weaponry. We have learned from Vietnam. We have learned from Iraq and Afghanistan. Sadly, wars we get involved in quickly become politicized. They do not end as they should, with complete victory. We don't want our kids going door to door like they did in Iraq and then having Democrats saying, oh, come home, and then being told, never mind, we didn't mean it. America needs the single most advanced weaponry for all future conflicts. I'd much prefer we devastate our enemies from Tampa, Florida. That generation of weaponry is something we need to advance as a country quickly and expeditiously. Thankfully, tonight, we are in a new era. The weak, feckless Biden-Obama foreign policy is long dead and gone. There will be no late-night shipments of $150 billion in cash and other currency in cargo planes headed for the mullahs in Tehran. There will be no bribes. There will be no European frolics. For John Kerry, there will be no United Nations. This is now a different time. There will be hell to pay, and the world is watching. China tonight is watching. Russia tonight is watching. What happens in Iran will have ramifications all over the world. The North Koreans are watching. This brings us now to a quick Hannity history lesson. It is no mystery why Iran is acting out. Why, in 2015, how this happened, I cannot explain. It is inexplicable. The single dumbest foreign policy deal ever made in the history of this country, Biden-Obama literally loosened economic sanctions on Iran after they had a chance to support young freedom fighters, the younger generation that wanted help, that were quoting, Jefferson and Washington and our framers and founders. And yeah, Biden-Obama gifted the radical Islamic mullahs of Iran $150 billion in cash and other currency. In exchange, well, the Iranian government, they made an unverifiable promise not to build a nuclear weapon for years, but they can do it in 10 years. And, of course, the radical Islamic extremist government of Iran continue to fund terrorism, as they always have, all over the world. Proxy wars. They continue to chant death to Israel, death to America. They continue to burn the American flag, the Israeli flag. They are a hostile actor in the region. And thanks to Biden-Obama, well, they had a boatload of cash to spend, funding, fomenting terror around the world. All of this changed January 20th, 2017. President Trump was inaugurated. He pulled the United States out of this horrific Iranian nuclear deal. He reimposed devastating sanctions, and they're working. Tonight, Iran, feeling the effects of the president's policies. They're feeling it in a big way because of the reimposed sanctions. They are now facing years-long recession. 2018, their economy retracted by a whopping 4%. This year, the International Monetary Fund is predicting Iran will lose another 6%. The inflation, also a massive issue in Iran. 2019 alone, inflation likely to top 40%. Meanwhile, our economy is booming. And because of the president's efforts to unleash American energy, we are in the best position we have ever been in as it relates to any conflict in the Middle East. We are now shielded from the crisis because, of course, the lifeblood of every economy is oil and gas, not the new Green Deal. And the Iranian economy has lost value as we have become energy independent. We are now the #1 producer of oil and natural gas. For the first time in 75 years, America is energy independent. We are a net exporter of energy. In other words, we have their leverage. We don't need the Straits of Hormuz as we once did. And Iran is suffering economically. The Iranian people are growing more and more angry and frustrated with their radical government. Iran's armed forces cannot match the might of our military. Now the mullahs must see the writing is on the wall. They either stop funding terror, proxy wars, stop attacking ships in the Gulf of Oman, stop plotting the annihilation of Israel, our closest ally in the Middle East, and the United States. If they do not end this hostility, if they do not stop, the mullahs of Iran will feel pain, I predict, like never before. And they will earn it. They will make it happen.